greatest in the world of Apple. Today, we're diving headfirst into the brand new Mac Studio with M4 Max. Is it worth your hard-earned cash? Should you upgrade? And how does it stack up against the previous beasts? Grab your coffee. This is going to be good. Let's roll. Is it Warmax? Our Max is already out. No M3 Ultra comparison. All right, quick heads up. The M4 Max is already here, but Apple hasn't launched an M3 Ultra yet. So if you're looking for a direct comparison to the Ultra chips, sorry, you'll have to wait. Today, we're keeping it real. It's M2 Ultra versus M4 Max. Fair? Cool. Size differences. Physically, no surprises here. The Mac Studio still looks like a slightly beefed up Mac Mini. Clean, minimal, and surprisingly compact for the amount of power it's packing. But remember, same size doesn't mean same game. Under the hood, it's a totally different story. Ports. Oh boy. You're getting 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports on the back, 2 USB-A ports. Yes, the classics live on. HDMI, 10 gig of Ethernet, and a headphone jack. And up front, 2 more USB-C ports and an SD card slot. Translation: creators rejoice. You won't be living that dongle life anymore. Host. And when it comes to external displays, get this. The M4 Max Mac Studio can support up to 5 6K displays at 60 Hz. Video editors, graphic designers, multitaskers, you're gonna love it. Which is the better value? Now, if you're all about value, the M4 Max is actually a strong contender against the M2 Ultra. But it depends on what you're doing with it. Let's break that down. What type of performance do you need? If you're editing 8K footage, rendering 3D graphics, or running machine learning models, you need that extra power. Casual users? Honestly, you're just flexing at that point. CPU performance differences. So here's where it gets spicy. The M4 Max brings faster, more efficient CPU cores. Benchmarks are showing a 15 to 20% boost in single-core performance compared to the M2 Ultra. And for multi-core tasks, expect smoother workflows, faster exports, and shorter rendering times. If you live in Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Xcode, you're gonna feel this upgrade. Why 300? Should you upgrade to M4 Max for CPU? Should you upgrade just for CPU? If you already own an M2 Ultra, I'd hold your horses unless you need every ounce of speed. But if you're on an M1 or an Intel Mac, holy smokes, yes, it's a night and day difference. M4 Max GPU is a big difference. Now, the GPU is where things go nuclear. Apple's new graphics architecture is bananas. The M4 Max GPU is up to 40% faster than the M2 Ultra in some tasks. Gamers, if you exist in the Mac world, 3D artists, and video pros, this upgrade is very real. Is M4 Max worth it? Host. So, is the M4 Max worth it? If you're buying new, absolutely. It future-proofs you for years. But if you're already on a powerful M2 Ultra and not pushing it to the limit, you might want to wait for M4 Ultra. Memory differences. Memory-wise, we're seeing support for up to 192 gigabytes of unified memory. That's nuts. And the memory bandwidth? It's even faster now. Again, if you're deep into heavy multitasking or huge project files, this matters. If you're just browsing and checking emails, chill. The problem with upgrading the Mac Studio. But here's the kicker. Upgradability still sucks. You can't upgrade the RAM or SSD later. What you order is what you're stuck with. So make sure you spec it out properly at checkout, even if it stings a little upfront. Speaking of storage, you can configure it all the way up to 8 terabytes. Insane? Yes. Necessary? Maybe not for everyone, but hey, future-proofing is real. M4 Mac Mini versus Studio conclusion. So, M4 Mac Mini versus Mac Studio with M4 Max? If you're a regular user, even a spec'd-out Mac Mini is a monster now. But if you need true pro-level performance, future-ready ports, and mind-blowing display support, the Mac Studio is still your best bet. Alright, tech fam, that's a wrap. If this video helped you out, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you don't miss future breakdowns. Tell me in the comments, are you upgrading to the M4 Max? Or are you sticking with your current beast? Catch you next time. Stay awesome.